Hey, this is Reginald Perryman, RegiusRealEstate.com. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about Highland Park and what's going on in the Highland Park real estate market. The reason I really want to bring this information to you, and I hope that you share it with other people that live in the area, is because, I grew up in Highland Park. I still have friends, family members, and I know people that their parents still live there or their grandparents still live there. But we're still having people that are losing their homes to something like property taxes, or maybe they're going into foreclosure or tax foreclosure. But part of that is because people don't really understand the values and what the real estate market is doing in the area, and I just want to be the person that bring you this information so you're not relying on Zillow or some third party site. The other reason I want to bring you this information is simply because investors are going to continue pouring into the Highland Park area, and before you accept some of these offers, you need to understand what your home is worth. Now keep in mind, some of the properties I show you have been completely gutted and renovated, so that's why they are able to obtain some of these prices. So here you have a property at 136 McLean. This property was listed for 205, sold for 200,000. The next property here, 91 Colorado, was listed for 199.9, sold for 200,000 in 7 days. Again, 56 Louise, this property sold for 190. So I do want to kind of give you an idea what some of these homes look like on the inside, so you can see that, these weren't just, I just want to put my home on the market. Some work was put into these properties to get them sold. So just keep that in mind. You may have to do some renovations in order to get these prices. But I mean, if the cost of renovation and the prices that you can get outweigh the cost of renovations, then it may be worth investing the money. 45 Puritan sold for 185, was on the market for 57 days. 95 McLean sold for 185, on the market for 21 days. And all of this is based on our MLS real comp data. Again, 75 Puritan sold for 169. They originally started at 189.9. They did a price reduction to 179.9, but eventually sold for 169 in 68 days. So to give you a understanding of what's going on, Highland Park is right smack dead in the middle of Woodward Corridor. As you see, the north end is increasing in value. More interest is coming to the north end. People are being outpriced. They can't buy in Boston Edison based on values, but they can get similar homes, maybe a little smaller in the north end and in Highland Park. Straight shot up Woodward. Highland Park has easy access to your major freeways, whether it's the Davidson, connecting right to the Lodge, and I-75 that goes straight through and connects you to 696. You can pretty much get to all three counties within 30 minutes if you live in Highland Park. So great location. Again, 200 McLean started at 162.9, sold for 159 in 19 days. So and there's a number of sales, but I do want to show you the flip side of that. I don't just want to give you all the high-end pricing so that you can see some of the other sales that was there. So you still have some properties on some of the other streets, because the properties that I showed you were some of the larger homes on the more historical blocks. So there are some still some distressed sales and properties that are currently active here. Like you have this property on Tuxedo for 19,000, but it needs quite a bit of work. You have this other property on Tuxedo, 189. So there's quite a few properties. Some of the other areas, I had a friend that lived in this property. This hill, 112 Hill, they're asking 37,000. Some of these blocks don't have the appeal that the properties I showed you earlier have, but Highland Park is only maybe like 2.5 miles long, 2.5 miles wide. Eventually, the entire tide is going to rise together. Just had this conversation with another realtor yesterday. So there's the values are there. So if you're looking to sell or you know someone that's looking to sell in Highland Park, have them reach out to a realtor. Of course, who else they're going to call me, but have them reach out. My main concern is if you know someone that's in tax foreclosure or any type of foreclosure, do not let them walk away from their home because there may be some value there. If you're going to lose your home for $4,000 or $5,000 in taxes, but the home is worth $50,000 or $60,000 as is, I mean, it's a simple financial decision at that point. So right now, there's properties active on the market for 120. So again, do not walk away from your homes. You know, I just want to keep repeating that. If you know anybody that has a situation, just make sure they at least understand what the market value is. Here's a property on McLean, $75,000. Maybe this is good for an investor. It's 75 McLean, I'm sorry, but it's listed for 60,000. That's even better. They're giving clean title with a warranty deed. So there's a lot of opportunity there. I know a lot of investors that are buying in Highland Park. I know realtors that are buying in Highland Park. The market is there. Is, you know, between pending sales and active. One of the issues we used to have before was that there was not enough comps. You would buy a home, maybe you want to fix it and flip it, or you want to invest in it as a rental property, or maybe you simply wanted to buy the property, invest some money into it, and live there, but you didn't want to invest more than what the property was worth. And how we determined the property value was by comparable sales in the area. Well, now we don't have that property. There's enough properties that have sold in the area to where you have a basis for market values. Keep in mind, I hate when they do this here. This is actually Detroit. A lot of systems like Zillow and third-party sites, they see 48203. They automatically put the city and mailing address as Highland Park. So people from Highland Park know the difference, but, you know, who knows what goes on the other end there. But it's just an error. But this property, 147 Farron Park, probably needs quite a bit of work, but it's listed. This one actually sold for $44,500. So curious to see what someone does with it. But this house was gutted. I mean, look at this. Someone still paid $44,000 for this house. Let's see. More than likely they paid cash for it. Yep, cash sale. So again, this is my last time saying it. The condition of your home is one thing, and if you're losing it for taxes or something like that, there is some equity in a lot of these homes that this person could have, you know, walked away from this property and let the county have it. Then it would have ended up in the city's hands. But instead, somebody purchased it for cash. They got their $44,000, and now whatever they did with the money, they were able to start over, and a new buyer has it, and they're going to renovate it and do something nice with it. Help bring the city back. Again, this is Reginald Perryman with RegisRealEstate.com.